Did you know that over 6 million adults aged 65 and older suffer from depression, yet less than 10% receive proper treatment? What's even more shocking is that seniors are masters at hiding their emotional pain, often fooling even their closest family members and healthcare providers. Today, we're going to uncover the hidden world of senior depression, reveal the subtle warning signs that most people miss, and share life-changing strategies that could save someone you love. In the next few minutes, you'll discover the 3 main reasons why older adults conceal their depression, learn to identify the 7 warning signs that family members typically overlook, understand the dangerous consequences of untreated depression in seniors, and most importantly, get practical tools to help your loved ones break free from this silent struggle. We'll also share an incredible true story that will change how you view depression in older adults forever. But before we dive deep into this crucial topic, if you care about the mental health and well-being of older adults in your life, hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell. This information could literally save lives, and by subscribing, you'll never miss our latest insights on senior health and wellness. Also, give this video a thumbs up if you're ready to become an advocate for senior mental health. Let's start with understanding why depression in seniors often goes undetected. The first major reason is generational stigma. Older adults grew up in an era where mental health was rarely discussed openly. They were taught to tough it out and that seeking help for emotional problems was a sign of weakness. Many seniors viewed depression as a character flaw rather than a legitimate medical condition. This deeply ingrained belief system makes them reluctant to acknowledge their struggles, even to themselves. The second reason is the misconception that depression is a normal part of aging. Both seniors and their families often dismiss symptoms as inevitable consequences of getting older. They think feeling sad, losing interest in activities, or experiencing fatigue is just what happens when you age. This dangerous assumption prevents people from seeking the help they desperately need. Depression is never a normal part of aging, regardless of the challenges that come with growing older. The third reason seniors hide depression is fear of losing independence. Many older adults worry that admitting to depression will result in family members taking away their autonomy, moving them to assisted living, or treating them like they're incapable of making decisions. This fear is so powerful that they'll go to extraordinary lengths to appear fine, even when they're struggling significantly. Now let's explore the warning signs that families and healthcare providers often miss. The first sign is changes in sleep patterns that seem unrelated to depression. While everyone knows that depression can cause insomnia, many don't realize that seniors with depression often sleep more than usual, taking frequent naps or staying in bed longer. They might explain this as being tired from medications or just needing more rest as they age. The second warning sign is subtle social withdrawal. Unlike younger people who might dramatically isolate themselves, seniors often gradually reduce their social activities. They might stop attending church, skip family gatherings with vague excuses, or decline invitations from friends. Family members often attribute this to physical limitations or normal aging, missing the emotional component. The third sign is increased physical complaints without clear medical causes. Seniors with hidden depression frequently experience headaches, digestive issues, chronic pain, or general fatigue. They'll focus conversations on these physical symptoms rather than discussing their emotional state. Healthcare providers sometimes get caught up treating the physical symptoms while missing the underlying depression. The fourth warning sign is changes in personal care and hygiene. This doesn't always mean obvious neglect. Sometimes it's subtle changes like wearing the same clothes repeatedly, having a messier home than usual, or neglecting grooming habits they previously maintained religiously. Family members might think they're just becoming more relaxed about appearance. The fifth sign is altered eating patterns. This could manifest as loss of appetite and weight loss, but it can also appear as comfort eating and weight gain. Seniors might stop cooking meals they used to enjoy, rely heavily on convenience foods, or show dramatic changes in their relationship with food. The sixth and perhaps most crucial sign is expressing thoughts about death or dying more frequently than usual. This doesn't always sound like obvious suicidal ideation. It might be comments like, "I'm ready to go," "I've lived long enough," or "I'm just a burden." These statements are often dismissed as normal aging philosophy, but they can indicate serious depression. Understanding the consequences of untreated depression in seniors is crucial for recognizing the urgency of this issue. Untreated depression significantly increases the risk of suicide, and seniors have one of the highest suicide rates of any age group. Men over 85 have the highest suicide rate in the entire population. This isn't just about feeling sad, it's literally a matter of life and death. Depression also accelerates cognitive decline and increases the risk of dementia. The stress hormones associated with depression can damage brain cells and interfere with memory formation. What families might attribute to normal aging or early dementia could actually be treatable depression affecting cognitive function. Physical health deteriorates more rapidly when depression goes untreated. Seniors with depression have weaker immune systems, higher rates of heart disease, increased fall risk, and slower recovery from illnesses and injuries. Depression creates a cascade of health problems that can dramatically reduce quality of life and life expectancy. Social isolation becomes a vicious cycle. As depression worsens, seniors withdraw further from relationships, which deepens their depression. This isolation also means fewer people are available to notice warning signs or provide support, making the situation progressively more dangerous. So, how can you help a senior who might be hiding depression? Start with gentle, non-judgmental conversations. Instead of asking directly about depression, focus on specific observations. Say things like, "I noticed you haven't been going to your book club lately, and I'm wondering how you're feeling about that." This approach feels less threatening and more caring. Listen for themes rather than single statements. Pay attention to patterns in their conversations. Are they frequently mentioning feeling tired, useless, or burdensome? Are they talking more about the past than the future? These themes can reveal underlying depression even when they're not explicitly stating they feel depressed. Encourage physical activity and social engagement, but start small. Don't overwhelm them with suggestions. Maybe offer to take a short walk together or suggest a brief visit with a friend. Small steps can build momentum towards greater engagement. Help them connect with healthcare providers who understand senior depression. Not all doctors are equally skilled at recognizing and treating depression in older adults. Specialists in geriatric psychiatry or family doctors with experience in senior mental health can make a significant difference. Most importantly, stay connected and be patient. Recovery from depression takes time, and seniors might be especially resistant to change. Consistent, loving support is often the key to helping them take that first step towards getting help. Let me share a story that perfectly illustrates everything we've discussed today. Margaret was a 78-year-old retired teacher who had always been the life of the party. She hosted family dinners, volunteered at the local library, and maintained a beautiful garden that was the envy of her neighborhood. But over the course of about 8 months, her family noticed subtle changes that they initially dismissed as normal aging. Margaret started canceling family dinners, claiming she was too tired from her medications. She stopped volunteering, saying the library didn't really need her anymore. Her once pristine garden became overgrown with weeds. When family members visited, they noticed she was wearing the same clothes repeatedly, and her usually spotless home was cluttered and dusty. Margaret had ready explanations for everything. She said her arthritis made gardening difficult, her medication changes were affecting her energy, and she was just getting older and needed more rest. Her daughter Sarah became increasingly concerned when Margaret started making comments about being a burden and wondering if she had outlived her usefulness. When during one visit, Margaret mentioned that she had been having terrible headaches and stomach problems. Sarah took her to the doctor multiple times, but all the tests came back normal. The doctor suggested it might be stress or age-related changes. The turning point came when Sarah arrived for an unexpected visit and found Margaret still in her nightgown at 3 p.m, sitting in her dark living room surrounded by unopened mail and dirty dishes. Margaret broke down and admitted she had been feeling hopeless for months, but didn't want to worry anyone or seem weak. She revealed that she had been having thoughts about not wanting to wake up in the morning.
Sarah immediately recognized this was far more serious than normal aging or physical ailments. She helped Margaret connect with a geriatric psychiatrist who specialized in late-life depression. The doctor explained that everything Margaret was experiencing, from the physical symptoms to the social withdrawal to the thoughts about death, were classic signs of major depression in older adults. With proper treatment, including therapy and medication, Margaret's transformation was remarkable. Within 3 months, she was hosting family dinners again. She returned to volunteering, started a new garden project, and even joined a senior hiking group. Most importantly, she regained her sense of purpose and joy in life. Margaret later said that she had felt like she was disappearing from her own life, but with treatment, she rediscovered herself. Margaret's story illustrates how depression in seniors can masquerade as normal aging, how physical symptoms can overshadow emotional ones, and how the